This is Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 2nd meeting of the Michigan City Fire Merit Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay, we'll go. Being that it's 5 o'clock, I'd like to call the May 2nd, 2022 meeting of the Michigan City Fire Merit Commission to order. The first item will be the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We'll now have the roll call. Commissioner Deutscher? Here. Good. Commissioner Nichols?
Present.
Commissioner Nyland?
Present.
Commissioner Pollack?
Present.
And Commissioner Sperling, I'm here. The next order of business will be the approval of minutes from the April 2022 meeting. I think we all have the minutes.
Move the approval. Move the approval.
I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes from the April meeting.
Second.
Okay. All in favor, please raise your right hand.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Okay. The next order of business will be communication and claims. I'd like to roll it over to Commissioner Pollack for this discussion.
Okay, in terms of claims, the attorney for the month of May, $500 for the Fire Merit Commission. Now, this will be for the month of April, not for the month of May, because we're always a month behind unless we can get that corrected. So 5 members, $150 each, $750. Move the approval at this point of the claims.
Okay. Are there any other, does anyone know of any other claims coming up for the Fire Merit Commission that we should discuss? Okay. We'll move now, since we talked about payroll and attorney's fees, we'll move to Commissioner.
Don't we have to make a motion to accept?
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
I did, but I need a
I second.
Oh, okay. Having a second, all those in favor of approving the communication and claims as stated?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passed. We'll now move on to the April budget report.
Well, okay, first thing I was going to mention was I'm going to need to talk to our attorney, Corey, so she can talk to the city attorney about the situation where we're a month behind in terms of the Fire Merit Commission, in terms of the payroll, to see if there's anything in the ordinances that would prevent us from getting on an even month. In other words, in May, we'd be approving the salaries for May. In June, we'd be approving the salaries for June, rather than being a month behind. And then in December, having 2 payments, which causes problems with what's known as the accounting cutoff, because normally an accounting cutoff occurs about December the 15th, and if you don't get that payroll in time, we roll that expense into the next year. And I'd like to avoid that, because that causes problems with next year's budget. So that's one of the first things I need to do, and I need to talk to her about that. Okay, just a couple of things. The major things that were paid this month. The Fire Academy was $1,050 for 6 individuals who went to the Fire Academy. Food and transportation at that point was $764.10. Now, major expenditures that got into the month of May did not get into the month of April, which is what we're talking about. So in May, we will have another $6,000 for the EMT classes for the 6 trainees. There's $316 for the badges, and travel and meals is $654. Some things, let me also mention that right now, we've used about 29% of our budget. That does not include the May expenditures, it only includes the up through April expenditures. The next thing I needed to find out about, the promotional booklets. I was calculating a $6,000 expenditure. Has that bill come in? Because I'm not sure that we've paid it, if it has come in.
We'll get the, is this for the testing, the booklets? Or?
Yeah, for the promotional test.
So the postal says, they'll put the invoice in when they send us the
Okay,
tests.
so that's still outstanding?
That's still outstanding. And if I recall correctly, it was about $2,000 per rank. So with 4 ranks, that'll be $8,000.
I've got it at 6,000. How much do you have it at?
I think it was $1,800 to $2,000 per rank. I'll go, if you give me a second, I have in my notes, I'll let you know here in a second what they said it was. But I think it was closer to $2,000 per rank.
If we've got $6,000, again, that's an estimate.
We might need to change that. Before the end of the meeting, I'll pull up that.
Some of the other things I was looking at, right now, the grade exam with URI, we've got $1,000 in the budget. Now, for the promotional exams, we've got $1,000. And then for the applicant testing, which I think we're going to need to set tonight, is
Yes.
I think that will be, we've got $1,000 to buy new tests. The other thing I was interested in, is there any other fairly significant expenditures out there that we've not gotten in the budget or that I'm not aware of, that people might know? Because I try to check about every 2 to 3 months, just to see if there's something major that came down the line that I don't know about. No, sounds good to me.
We will have nothing in the past coming, but when we do the hiring testing, we'll have to pay some firefighters going out there, training them, we have money.
Right, and that's when we do the physical agility testing. Right, yeah, I do have money in the budget for that. Other than that, I'm fine. Any other discussion on the budget?
Yeah, according to my notes, it's $2,200 per rank. However, the only cost we have, they'll grade the tests for us for free. We just have to pay for the shipping back to them.
Oh, okay.
So that's a little money that we can recoup.
For rank, we've got we've got 4.
So that'd be, yes, that'd be $8,800.
Yeah.
But we'll get that grading, they won't charge us for the grading.
Okay, well, okay, then we're gonna be okay. Just make a little note here.
Okay.
So other than that, I think we're okay. So I'll make a motion to approve the budget.
Second. I make a motion to approve the budget, sorry.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Okay, motion passed. I should have said this before at the roll call. Attorney Schaffner contacted me today, and she had a minor medical scenario that kept her from being here, but she said she was going to call in. I don't have her calling, but either way, she apologizes for not being here. We'll now move on. I don't see our city council representative here. So that would be the next order of business, report from city council representative, so I think that'll take a pass on that. Attorney Schaffner's not here, so there'll be no report from her. So we'll move on to a report from our Union Local 475 Rep. Eric Taylor. Do you have anything tonight? Okay. Moving along, will be our report from Chief Liddell.
Thank you. Anniversaries for May, we have one person, driver operator Brandon Lee with 13 years, so congratulations to him. Our 6 probationary firefighters have completed the MAC Career Firefighting Academy as of April 29th. 1 probationary firefighter went on shift Sunday, May 1st, and the other 5 started the EMT class today. Probationary firefighter Mary Catterland received valedictorian of the class and gave a commencement speech to her class. You can watch that speech on Michigan City Fire Facebook page. Congratulations to all 6 of them for completing the academy and probationary firefighter Catterland on valedictorian. The valedictorian is decided by basically receiving the highest test scores, written test scores, and skills testing. So she was the top of the class. I would like to thank firefighter Chris Blake for doing a great job as public information officer. Unfortunately, Chris asked to leave the office to go back to shift. Firefighter Blake contributed in many ways while in the public information officer position. I would like to thank all the firefighters that showed interest in the public information officer position. I decided to bring driver operator Nick Pavone into that position. Congratulations to Nick. I believe he will do a great job for the department. Due to bringing a driver operator to a daytime position, we are 1 short on shift. It has been the commission's request that when we bring somebody up into the office, that we promote for that position. So I would like the commission to promote the next driver or operator on the list to fill that position on shift that is now a short one.
Is that a motion we'll have to? Yes, okay. Like,
New business.
Oh, that fall under new business probably?
It might be, I can bring it up then.
Why don't you, we'll have you bring it up then.
And then, basically, I just want to make sure that we do, and this might be new business, the hiring test dates, we need to cover that tonight.
That'd be new business.
And I'm also going to bring up, let's talk about the city drug policy, city drug testing policy. Under new business then?
Under new business. New business.
That's it for me then.
So that's all you have for there? Okay, thank you very much, Chief. Under old business, I'll just make a statement about, we did try to get locks for our fire merit cabinets out there. They're all Hans. They sent us the round ones, not the oval ones. We're trying to work on that. I'll make it a point to get those fixed and secured by the next meeting. I've also contacted Chris Yagelski at the City Hall to see if there's any place for us to get room there or any place to put them. And I was told there was no place secure enough that they could provide us. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, but I'll keep working on that end to try to see all of our different options, but we'll have this settled by the next meeting so we can all be secure. But that cabinet over there has got a lock on it, which didn't have it before, so now it does, and so we're going maybe in the right direction. Do any of the commissioners have any old business they'd like to discuss before we move on? Commissioner Knapp?
I think old business, we need to make a date under old business for the hiring test date. That would be old business because we've been talking about it, sure. Mm-hmm. And we talked about the end of May, 1st of June, so what's everybody's pleasure to see? And usually it's conducted on a Saturday, I believe, correct?
Yeah, that we've normally conducted it on a Saturday.
So,
And in this.
May 28th would be the first Saturday in May? Or June 4th, 11th, 18th, or 25th?
I don't have my phone.
I'm good the first Saturday in May. I'm out the 4th. I'm okay on the 11th. I'm out the 18th and I'm okay on the 25th.
Okay, so that's out. May's out. May's out this Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, President Bear.
Yeah, I get one right.
So we're looking at in June.
I'm good on the 4th. I'm sorry, I'm out on the 4th, good on the 11th, out on the 18th, good on the 25th.
Any day will work.
I will not be here the 11th.
Okay. Will the 25th work for anyone?
25th's fine with me.
Me.
Works for me.
Good.
There you go.
And that gives, by the way, that gives them time to get the letters out, get it
Right.
back and all that.
So at this time, I'll make a motion that we set the date for the hiring testing of June 25th, 2022.
I'll second that motion.
Having second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed, so the new testing hiring date will be Saturday, June 25th, 2022.
Just one thing, if I may. Would somebody want to check it to make sure you don't have a blood drive on that day or something?
So noted. Any other business, old business, anyone would like to talk about? And thank you for bringing that up.
What?
That was for the written test, correct?
That was the date for the hiring test date.
Yes, that's the written, don't,
Rick, you wanna set the-
the thing is, I'm not sure how this works, but I don't, the written test,
Written test is first. Now, then the physical agility test, but we normally give it about a month after we give the written test because we've got to get the written test graded and then got to get the letters out and the letters back as to, that we passed, and so yes, I will be there for the test. Or tell those that did not pass that they failed to pass. So the big thing is getting the letters out and then getting them back.
so it goes a written test first,
And then
graded,
Right.
and then we do the rider climb, physical agility, all in one day. That's all in one day then, correct?
Right, yes, we try to, but we have done this is one that's always up for discussion. We have done the ladder climb at either before or after the written test, and we've also done it with the physical agility test. The thing about doing it with the physical, with doing it with the written test sometimes they don't really show up for the physical agility test, and I don't know.
So-
It's one-on-one kind of one of another.
So when we do the written test, it's graded right there and then?
Well, you could have, we normally have the secretary grade it, but you can have it graded there.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're gonna do the ladder climb after that, we should find out who passes the written
Right.
test
You're right.
to see if they even need to climb the ladder, correct?
Yeah, or we can have it the day of the physical agility test.
Is that too much? The physical agility test, the ladder climb, I mean,
Okay, we just grade the test, and have everybody
Grade
stick around.
test, stick
and
around
If
and-
they didn't pass, we let them go.
Okay.
Those that pass can do the ladder climb. Are you gonna have a problem with your shifts on that situation, Chief?
We'll make somebody, we'll figure that out. That shouldn't be a problem. We can set it up back here like we have in the past. I'll either bring in somebody or something. It's been done both ways, so if you do a true CPAT test, which is, this is not a true CPAT test, but it resembles a CPAT test, you would not do a ladder climb prior to taking, the physical agility test.
so it's, the way we're doing it's good, that we'll grade the test as they,
I
and
prefer to
then
do it that way.
climb the ladder if you pass. That way they already know whether they need to go any further.
Can you guys, you can grade that test, right? I'm assuming.
I'm sure,
I hate to raise this, but
Here's
the
what to
only
talk to.
real problem- the only real problem with that is it kind of singles out the people that didn't pass. Okay, peace, I'll live
We
with
can
it.
have them all climb it, I don't care.
Well, yeah, we can all climb, yeah, that's true
Go to
too.
Station 4 in the afternoon and go climbing. Take the test in the morning. You pass, you go to Station 4, and take the climbing.
I'd still have to
That way
have,
you got guys there.
but if they come on call,
Or just-
I can't have somebody halfway up the ladder when somebody goes on call.
Or just take the written test, go out and do the ladder climb, be done with it, whether you pass the written test or not, they all climb the ladder, we know they're good.
You can do that, too.
That way we don't have to grade it, they can just do it and be done with it.
Yeah.
Then after the grading's done, because some might not even pass the ladder
And
climb,
then we don't have to grade the ones that,
that don't do the ladder climb,
right.
finish the
Yeah,
ladder.
that'll ease off
Right.
the grading a little bit.
Who grades the test?
I'm sorry?
Who grades the
Well, in
test?
the past, we've had the secretary and we've had us do
Who's
it.
the secretary?
Not me, the girl that's the secretary.
She won't be here that day, so.
No.
Oh,
She's
okay,
all- So one, we would have to, we would have to as, yes,
You guys-
I think we need to keep it here, yes.
Okay, that's fine. We've done it both
There you
ways.
go. There's an answer key, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, they're gonna come in not all at once, they're gonna, whoever's done first, you grade it right away, you know who's what. Right, and they go,
We get more than one person looking
oh
at it
yeah,
to make
what
sure
time,
we...
we need to talk, figure out, we put a date with no time.
Yeah, what time would probably, have we done this in the past?
8 o'clock in my calendar.
8 o'clock in the morning?
well, we normally had them from 8 to 8:30 to check in, because we have to check in those that make it. And then we'd start the test at 8:30.
All right, check-in at 8. Do we need to make a motion on the times?
We might as well. Can I have a motion to approve the time of check-in at 8 o'clock, testing at 8:30 on Saturday, June 25th?
I'll second.
Let's wait, with the ladder climb following.
With the ladder climb following the conclusion of the testing.
I'll second.
Okay, just a second. Hearing a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay. Is there any other old business we'd like to discuss?
Just one comment to go along with that physical agility testing. Are you going to run 2 or 3 practice tests on that? Because that's one of the things you got to think about in advance. If you do 3, you can get one on Saturday, and then one on Tuesday, Thursday, and another one on Monday, Wednesday. There's a little chagrin back there.
Didn't they used to contact, did they contact the chief's office or the training officer for them to actually go do that if they wanted to?
He was out there
So,
timeframe.
right, so in the letters that we give back to them, that's where you can put that in there?
Yes.
That say, if you want to practice, contact this person, and they'll give you a time that you can meet him, or they are the certain...
Yep.
Okay, so we
We
just...
had designated times.
I thought we had, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We had
Practice.
designated time.
Yeah, I think there was like 2 Wednesdays and a Saturday.
And that should go in the letter to, I mean, how did they find out? How did the candidates find out?
The old letters to look at.
So that goes out with the letter that when we're having the,
Practice
After
session.
they,
And,
so it's a separate letter
Once they move on and they pass.
well, no,
they
it
get to
could go with the letter that this.
that gives you
You
the
have
date.
passed the
Okay, I
exam,
see.
or
No.
now, you've passed the written exam.
you're right.
Now the physical agility test will be on the following day. Practice sessions will be on this date at this time. But you guys got to get in as to when you want those practice tests. But just so we get one on a Saturday, and somebody's going to have a Monday, Wednesday work, and somebody's going to have a Tuesday.
Okay.
Thursday.
You have to know the testing dates.
So wait, we have to give out a letter to tell them that on the June 25th testing,
Right?
that's when the testing date is and the written test is. That's when the written test and ladder climb is, along with, can't we put that in there at that time that we're, you know what I'm saying? I mean, are we doing too many steps? We don't have to do so many steps.
Well, they don't need a practice for the ladder climb. It's the
No, but you can let them know at that time that the practice testing for the physical agility is gonna be these dates if they wanna come. Whether they pass or not, can't they still come and they for next time they try to, it's practice for them. I mean, we want them to see if they're cut out then. If they're not cut out for it then they don't have to try it again. Right?
Sure, but we're gonna have to have a testing date.
That's what I think the chief's saying, we have to have a testing date before we put in practice dates, because, you know,
Right.
For the physical agility test.
yeah,
Would be nice.
yeah. So if we're going to test in June, would you say the physical agility test in September or sooner, or?
Well, you gotta get, the physical agility test probably gonna wind up being at the end of July.
I think that's pretty early.
Yeah. You could do it immediately following, we could schedule it, you know, after June 25th, the following Wednesday, and then a Saturday, and then you can decide.
Well, you wanna do it
Test
about
this
a week or
later.
two before you're gonna do the physical agility test. Don't do it a month ahead,
Well, that's the thing,
about a
right?
week or two, but then you gotta schedule the physical agility test to do that.
I would think so.
And we don't do that until after we see who all the candidates pass the written test, correct? Or can we do it now?
We can do it
We can
now.
do it right now.
Yeah,
Okay, let's,
yeah, we can do it now.
Like,
so we're looking in July for that, right?
late July or early August, makes sense.
And that's on a Saturday also, correct?
Yes, or it has been in the past, yes.
It was first,
I would say mid-August.
16th, 23rd. Well, August you're looking at,
I would say mid-August.
13th or 20th. That's mid. There's 6, 13, 20, and 27.
Does anyone have any preference on any of
I'm
those?
fine in August.
I'm
I
fine.
would say August 20th.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to set the date. Oh, excuse me, I'd like to hear a motion. Excuse me.
Okay, go ahead. I'll make a
Please, go
motion that we do the agility test on Saturday, August 20th, and starting at 8 o'clock at 8 a.m.
Well, we have, yeah, you check them in, and then we normally check them in at 8 o'clock and then start the testing.
Okay, that's
Right.
fine. We check in at 8, test begins at 8:30.
You said 20th?
Yep, August 20th.
I don't know.
So assuming that's good, do I have a second on that motion?
Second motion.
Okay. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passed for the physical agility test on Saturday, August 20th, starting.
So now,
Now,
when we send out the letter for June 25th for the testing, the written test and passing, we can tell them that there are practice for the agility test to call the chief's office? I mean, do you want to get dates to us so we can put that in the letter in there with it?
yeah, a little bit.
Yes, well, we are, because we're gonna have time to get these letters out anyhow.
Training Officer Sontag and
All right.
see if he's available, find somebody.
Get a letter ready, with the dates that they can do that, give it to one of us, and we can put it in the letters that we send out to the candidates.
2 Wednesdays and 1 Saturday, is that what you want?
Whatever you,
That what
whatever.
passed? 2 Wednesdays and 1 Saturday, or 3?
I think,
Never gone to my.
You guys remember?
I think there was a
That was pretty
Wednesday, a
standard.
Saturday, and then the next Wednesday.
Yeah, two days, but a Monday, either Monday or Wednesday, and then a Tuesday or Thursday, and then Saturday.
I'll just see what the availability is.
And Mr. Pollack, you said it was like 2 weeks prior to the agility test that they came and practiced, correct?
Yes, I wouldn't move it farther back than that. About
So
2
you're
weeks
looking at,
before. 2 weeks to a week.
You're looking at roughly the third week of July.
Oh, we have.
or you're looking at the 3rd of August, the 6th of August, and the 10th of August. That gives them, the 20th is the thing. 3rd, 6th, and 10th it's looking at. If that's a week prior, a week and a half prior to
3rd, 6th, and 10th?
the 20th, yes. August 3rd is a Wednesday, 6th is a Wednesday, and the 10th is a Wednesday. I mean, 6th is Saturday, 10th is a Wednesday. Sound okay to you, Chief?
I'll check with,
All right, check and let us know.
Yep.
Oh, and stick another note down there, Chief. Remind the secretary that she's got to dig out those written questions. There's written questions that the fire commission, that she's waiting for the interview process.
Okay.
Is the interview process going to take place at the physical agility test again?
Yes, that's the way it's always been. And is the mannequin out there still working? It has both legs, both arms.
The only concern I have with that is we've gotten fortunate with the weather. That's, because you've done it outside. I don't know what you've done in the past, if it's raining that day, we can still do
Five fires in the rain.
we can still do the physical part, I'm talking about the interview part. You guys.
Well, the interview
We've got a
part,
lot of room inside.
yeah, but we've done it inside a
Is that
lot.
what you've done?
Yeah, we've done it.
Well, the guys are, I mean, it's getting pretty, it's getting,
But they don't,
done last time.
they know if they're gonna pass the physical agility test. So those that don't pass just go, we have the other ones stick around, we call them in order, and we do the interview inside.
after the physical.
After
You
the
might have to do it
physical,
after, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. You sure, I don't think you can do it while it's going on.
no, we don't,
He says that they've waited, so.
yeah.
If it's bad weather. And otherwise, I thought you did them while they were still doing it outside.
No,
Last test
no,
we
You had enough commissioners there to do
Yeah,
it.
last test we did.
You did it while it was going on outside.
Yeah. No, we didn't test it. Am I saying this right? The physical agility test was done. Those that didn't pass, they go home. Then we interview those that do pass, and we call them in sequence,
Indoors.
indoors.
I don't know.
That's not what we did last time.
No, you guys had to take.
We were outside,
Table outside.
we were outside at a
Well, yeah,
table,
it was
and we
nice
started
weather.
as they passed.
Yeah, but it was
As they
great.
passed.
It was nice weather.
Yeah, but as they passed,
Okay.
we went and interviewed them so that, we were pretty much done interviewing by the time the other people got done with the test.
But that's if it's nice
Once they
weather.
passed. Yeah, it was nice weather, right?
Yeah, if it's not nice weather, you set up inside.
Yep.
Right.
As long as there's a plan. For inclement.
Go in one of them storage containers. It was come out smelling like smoke, so what? I know what it smells like.
You with me?
Just for clarification now.
Okay.
On the written test on June 25th.
Yes.
You said 8 a.m. Are the
Starts,
doors-
is the check-in.
Are the doors gonna be locked at 8 a.m. then?
No,
This
we
Now-
open them at 8 a.m.
We open at 8 and close at 8:30 because we start the testing at 8:30.
8:30.
Checking in is between 8 and
Somebody comes in
8:30.
at 8:29, you're gonna have time to check them in.
They
Check
come
that
in at
person in,
8:29,
Start the
just like
check at
in the
8:30.
military, they're here. If they're here at 8:30.1, they're gone.
Just making.
Great.
The other thing while I'm thinking about it is, we have to have that sound system too. Assuming they have the same testing, they actually will read to them. well, it's about 5 paragraphs, and we used a sound system for that.
A scenario.
Yes. I see, my suggestion is to close the doors at 8 o'clock, and then you will be able to check everybody in and be able to start the test at 8:30. If you have from 8 to 29, 59 seconds, how are you gonna check them in and get the test going at 8:30? Or you
Well, we don't start
need to?
I don't think we need to.
That's fine.
If somebody comes in, we have to check them in, and it's the last, after the last guy's checked in, nobody else can check in after 8:30.
As long as there's a set time.
Right.
So the test will start at 8:45?
Whatever.
We'll start with test
Start at the-
as soon as
the last person is
last
checked in.
person is checked in.
I'm gonna state that in your letter, then, that doors are closed at 8:30, nobody is allowed.
Okay.
And then also the same thing with, on the August 20th. Nobody else after 8:30 will be accepted.
And the secretary normally makes up a list of those who will be taking the test. So what they do, they come in, they sign that they're here and show us an ID. Driver's license, which they're required to have.
Do you require an ID anymore?
You require what?
An ID?
I didn't say no to that.
No, like you drive,
I would imagine.
they show us a driver's
Gotta be able
license.
to. You gotta see, make sure it's them, or let somebody else come in and do the test, it's not them.
Get your ID, you have to have your ID.
Right.
You don't anymore to vote?
Right, but it depends how you got to the meeting. If you drove yourself, you should have your driver's license on
Well, you
you.
gotta have a driver's license to be a fireman
That's
anyhow.
a license to get hired, so.
Yes,
All right. Well,
yes. Valid driver's license to get hired.
No, we had a guy a long time drove without a license, don't even do it.
Okay. Well, hopefully everyone comes with their
Correct.
correct
Credentials.
credentials. Okay. Do we have any other old business we'd like to discuss tonight? We'll move on to new business. I'll defer to the chief for right now.
Months ago, I brought up I don't know if the word correct word is adopting the city drug policy, or what the actual, acknowledging it, you know, but I'd like to see where we're at. It was stated that you individually were gonna do some research on it. It was brought back up at another meeting. We've never, I just wanna know the plan, or what's gonna happen when we come across the drug policy again. What's the plan of action?
Well, okay, I'll just speak on it. I think we need to have the city's policy. All the city employees basically should, in my opinion, should be treated the same. So therefore, yeah, we need the city's policy, but I think they need to discuss that at those meetings.
But if you say that every city employee should be treated equally, then the city should be handling the drug policy for everybody, not us individually.
You've lost me. When you say everybody, I would
You're
think,
saying city employees, the whole city employees should be treated equally according to drug policy.
Right.
If we take on the drug policy, only us firefighters are the only ones that are governed by us, when the city should be governing the firefighters along with all the other city employees like they've done for 15 years. All of a sudden this year, they threw it on us. And I don't understand, still to this day, don't understand why they threw it on us when they did all the suspending for the 30 days if somebody came up positive. I just don't understand it. Why all of a sudden, and I think that if you want to be fair and equal, let the city control that, not the merit commission for the firefighters. That's my opinion. You know, we're going to have different opinions on this one, because we're going to go round and round on this drug policy.
well, the point being that, okay, the question is, who makes the decision as to whether or not you should be involved with this drug policy? To me, that's whoever is in charge of management at that point. And it has to be in accordance with the human resources situation and the way they handle it.
Well, that's, my opinion is too. Human Resource used to handle all of the disciplinary on drugs and alcohol.
Correct.
Except for this last time, and they threw it on us. We need to know why they threw this last one on us.
Does anyone know what they do with the police? Are they currently handling the police?
I have no idea.
I don't know that answer.
It's all because of the sentence they found in the, it was in the drug policy, wasn't it?
Yes, it's in a policy that they,
Here, 7.4, all corrective action for public safety officers will be administered in accordance with departmental rules and regulations and with Indiana Code 36-A-3-4. So the way I understand it is the previous personnel director did not see that or did not follow it, and they did.
Sure, they didn't.
They did the 30-day suspension.
But I have a question on it, since in the previous person, but who found out about this? Who's?
I don't know.
It was a city lawyer, and she was a city lawyer when this person was doing it. That's my problem. The city attorney turned around and threw it in our laps when she let it go prior to all this. And now all of a sudden we're going to be involved in it? I don't think we should be involved in none of the drug policies. I don't think we should. Let the city take care of it to be fair and equal for all city employees. Let them do it. It's an automatic 30 days. It comes up here, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to vote to keep that drug policy that we adopted. It have to be individually. Somebody comes up, they don't pass, well, let's see what kind of drugs he was on. Well, maybe he don't need to be this, he don't need 30 days for this one, but he does for that one. That's my personal opinion. I don't think we should be involved in this drug policy thing. We haven't been for the whole time, and all of a sudden this year we are.
But are we as a commission able to say we're not doing it if it's...
We don't have to adopt it. Right. If we don't adopt it, here's what's going to happen. They're going to have to come up to us individually. The chief's going to give them a 5-day suspension, then it's going to be up to us whether we give them more or stick with the 5 or give them the whole 30. And legally, can we give them a 30 days? I mean, are we bound to a certain amount of time off that the commission can give an individual? State statute, I don't know. I don't know. I think we give us...
You've given 25 days and an additional 30 days already, so
Right.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
but can't you guys in writing just put it back in their lap? By officially adopting the city's policy,
Then they're going to take
wouldn't
it.
that just put that back in their lap?
If you acknowledge it,
I don't know if that, I don't know if that would put that back at them.
Because that's what, like, our contract already states that
They follow the city
we will follow the city's drug policy.
and let them take care of it.
And obviously I'm not a lawyer, or like I said, I do lawyer stuff. But I think by us putting that in the contract, that we will follow the city's drug policy, which I've said it 1,000 times. That we'll follow the city drug policy, whatever the city drug policy is, we follow. Which would absolve you guys from having to add any more days.
Like it's
30
been.
days as that.
Like it's
They
been.
found that loophole in there that says, except for public safety employees, which would be police and fire, where the chief can only give 5 days and then has to come to whatever commission to ask for more time. That's that little loophole. So you're, as I described, it's like a dog chasing its tail. But, and it also says in there, we'll follow all policies and procedures. And our policies say we'll follow the city's policy. If the city says you can only give 5 days, you gotta go ask the commission. And we'll follow policies. That policy, you see what I'm saying? It's just sitting going around.
Vicious circle.
So to me, my opinion is you guys don't have to adopt any policies because we have kind of like, in my opinion, I'll word it the best way I can, is like, we've just kind of thrown that one out there and says, you know what, we'll let the city handle the drug policy. We said we're gonna follow your policy, then that's what we'll do. Because on this last one, I was asked by what I guess now is the previous personnel director.
Correct.
She asked me, because this individual wanted to do something on his own. And she says, what would the union think? I said, personally, I don't care. I said, because by the way it states, we'll follow the city's drug policy. I said, so whatever you let him do is on you. I said, if he's doing, to me, if you send him, whatever you tell him to do, if it's the same thing a secretary down the hall is doing, or a garbage man is doing, or whoever else in the city is doing, that's what he needs to be doing. Or if you say, well, you know, you go do your own thing, I said, that's on you. I said, we said we'll follow the city's policy, and if we're doing the same thing everybody else is doing, then we got no more arguments. You know, long way around of, I personally don't think you guys need to be involved either, for the simple fact that we said we'll follow the city's policy. Whatever the city's policy says is cool. We've been following it like that since I've been on the job, almost 19 years.
Michigan City Fireman is a city employee, right? Okay, so the city should suspend them on a drug department, being their city employees.
And if we don't want to, they need to eliminate that paragraph in their policy.
I don't know if they can.
Employers can do whatever they want.
I'm bringing it to you.
The only thing I would add to that, and it's really minor, is to me, the chief ought to refer it to the city. The chief is the one who has the investigatory situation to start with, and the chief should then be referring it to the HR director, human resources director, to follow through with the city policy.
But when it's random testing,
Right.
the chief don't pick it out.
No,
The city contacts the
City's
chief.
testing, so if the city tests and they get the results to the test, so the city sees first, the city should take care of the drug policy. Because the city's testing, the fire department's not testing.
Well, then the
Correct.
city should notify the chief. The chief has to know.
They suspend them, it's their city employee, they took the
The
test.
chief has never had anything to do with it in the past.
None.
Well, you've got
They
to know.
notify the chief when they tell him, yeah, this guy's getting suspended, he didn't pass his drug test.
That's all they can
So I
say.
do that.
They pull a list of names and they say, here are the guys I need to see for drug testing, period.
Right. But the chief needs to know who didn't pass those.
Well, he does get that information after the point.
I'm sorry, what?
The chief does get that information
Okay,
after
He's
the point.
suspended for 30 days.
And they said, we're suspending for 30 days, he doesn't pass the test.
Okay, that's fine, as long as there's some communication there.
All of a sudden.
It's always been in here.
Sure.
But it's never been done that way except.
And like I said, the same lawyer that has been up at the city's attorney, all of a sudden found it when she knew the past
I don't
two.
know who found it, Commissioner. It was brought to me by the personnel director. Okay? And that's the
And the
position
personal-
that was the position that was replaced.
Right, Ms. Dunleavy-
You take care of it.
Miss Dunleavy always did the suspension. Miss Dunleavy's secretary was Miss Smith.
Andrew Smith.
Miss Smith took over Miss Dunleavy's position, so she knew it.
Does things differently.
She knew it automatically.
I don't know where.
I don't know either, but I'm just saying, they all knew about it, but all of a sudden, they don't want nothing to do with it anymore, and they're gonna dump it on us, and I don't think it should be. Everybody, like Mr. Pock said, everything should be fair and square across the board for city employees. And when they get into our hands, it's not fair and square, because we don't have to give them 30 days.
By saying that, you feel it should be fair and square for everybody, we should be treated no differently than anybody else. You just
When it
gotta-
comes to the drug policy, yes.
Saying.
When it comes to the drug policy, correct. Automatic 30 days.
Okay.
They should, the
That's what I'm
city,
saying.
the city should be doing it, not us.
I don't know who has to do it, but it needs to be figured out so that it does happen this next time.
Right, we need to see our attorney, which is not here, and ask her about removing that paragraph or whatever out of that policy and that
Let the city take care of it all.
Okay.
the city tests and the city should suspend it because you're not, the mayor commission is.
I would, okay. I think we're all in agreement here as to, we think we should adopt the city's policy. We think the city should be in charge of enforcing it. Well, I'll check with our attorney, Corey Schaffner, see if we can get that removed. And also check and see, what are they doing currently with the other civil service, the police?
Please, yeah.
Is a commission, is a commission deciding, the police commission deciding that?
Right.
So we'll get a little more information, and then hopefully we'll have a more informed discussion, 'cause I think we're all in agreement, we just
I
need
just don't
to.
understand why all of a sudden, it just
Yeah.
boggles my mind.
Well,
When you had the same, everybody's the same up there, now he's
The light
like,
bulb came on and somebody read the paragraph, said, hey, that's what they're
So- yeah. So let's get a little more information, and let's try to, I think we're all in agreement here, we all, with the union and with the chief and with the commission, and so I'll work on that with Attorney Corey, yeah. Okay. You also wanted us to make a motion as to the opening up of the ranks, you said,
Yes.
for, I can't remember which rank that
yeah,
was.
I'll make a motion to, take the next operator on the promotional list to fill the position that was,
You want me to state it again?
taken from
Yeah,
Nick,
if you would, please, yeah, just-
from Nick Pabone's.
If you would, please, yeah, just to make it
Do it.
totally
Yes.
official.
Due to bringing a driver operator to a day position, we are now one short on shift. It has been the commission's decision that when somebody is brought up into the office, that we promote for that position. So I would like to ask the commission to promote the next driver operator on the list.
Okay, I make a motion to promote the next driver operator on the list.
Do I have a second? Okay, we have a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You'll have to give me that name.
Yes, we need to find that name.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other new business that the chief would like to discuss or anyone else? Yes, please.
How many people are on the list to take the test to be hired?
20.
There's 30 now.
It's a good list.
There's 30. And there was 3, I think, that were incomplete. And I know she worked with them to try to get them to be complete. I think it was 31 or 32, if I remember correctly, but
Application
May
process
10th
update.
is the city's job fair.
40 by now? Okay.
Yeah, that's
40.
40, yeah.
Yep.
May 10th is the city's job fair, and you should probably have somebody there.
Okay.
Like the fire department and, you know,
If we do that, they cannot get on this next test.
that may be so. But still,
For the next time.
yeah.
The next time won't be far off of all the people who will be retiring in the next year. So,
Depending on the people fast.
How many pass, you could have 30 people.
Job fair sounds like a good thing for the PI officer and the fire department. I'm saying, the job fair sounds like a good thing for the PI officer to be there for the fire department.
I would say yes, I would agree. Would that be a good place for the PI officer to be at the job fair?
Oh, yeah, that's what we should do, yeah.
Yeah, I would be all in favor of that.
And your commissioners can always invite.
Right. Well, what's the date again?
Yeah?
2 to 6.
Oh,
Correct.
I'm gone that
Blue Chip
day.
Casino Stardust Room.
2 to 6 Stardust.
I'm not gonna be trying to hire for the fire department. You'll be there.
are you gonna go?
All right.
Do we have any other new?
No, I'm not going, but I think that we should give the commissioners like $50 in cash to go try to swap.
A second.
I'll second that motion.
Do we have any other new business to discuss? Okay.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, hold on a second, hold on a second. Do we have- I don't see anyone here, would he open up for public comment? Is there anyone? No public comment? Any comment?
You got public comment?
Oh,
Public
yes,
comment.
oh, please. Please state your name and your address.
Greg Fletcher, 5275 Northwest 35. I'm with the Michigan City Fire Department. I submitted a letter to you guys.
Tonight,
I'm just considering stepping down as an operator, but I also still want to be able to test for lieutenant and captain this next go-around. So I wanted your consideration, and I wanted you guys to determine if I'm going to be eligible to test, if I still step down back to the firefighter.
Okay. I'll make it a point to distribute the letter to everyone and we'll discuss it and we'll get back to you with an answer. Okay. Is there any other public comment from anyone who'd like to address this? Okay, public comment is now closed. Any commissioners' comments? Nothing?
Move to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Okay, all those in favor, say aye. All those opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.